up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's USACC Reveal Day. This is maybe one of my favorite days of the year. I absolutely love this day. The USACC build is pretty special to me anyway. We've talked about this before, or at least some of us have. Some of you, my new subscribers, might not have heard this story. But the USACC build was the driving factor for me starting a YouTube channel. Back when the first USACC took place, I was just a subscriber to a bunch of very cool YouTube channels. And I thought to myself that this is very cool. I need to do something. I need to be able to participate in this kind of thing. And I was communicating with Matthew Inman. We had just become friends, and it was before I had a YouTube channel. He's actually the other driving factor. He just said, just do it. I don't know why you don't just do it. Anyway, so I did, and here I am. This is my third USACC build. So the USACC build was originally put together by Lucas and Mark Batson, who have become, I'm lucky enough, they've become very good friends of mine. And there was a select few members of the community that were able to participate. So let me see if I can, I think it was Luca, Mark Batson, BG, Chuck from Chuck's Hobby Spot. I don't know why you watch that crap. Fred Henry, Matthew Inman, and Tim Brown. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I apologize. But I'm pretty sure that was the first round. And like I said, it was the AMT 40 Ford. And then the second year, I was able to participate, and very excited about that. And that year, Mark Batson picked the kit, and he picked the Monogram 70 GTX Roadrunner, which is right here. So this is my first USACC build. And this model, it's followed me to Florida, to JaxCon, and sat on the table next to Matthew Inman's, Fred Henry's. It's also sat on the table next to BG's at NNL East in New Jersey. This model is well traveled, and I'm very, very proud of this model. And this holds a special place in my heart because it's the first USACC build, right? And then, so the third year, the kit was picked by Matthew Inman. He picked the Monogram Ford F100. Anyway, that's this one. This was very cool. This model has been to a few shows. It's been around. People have seen it. We used the Iceman drop chassis on this, Jay's resin wheels and tires, an Iceman motor. This was the very first kit that really stretched my abilities to build a model, because I cut the snot out of this thing. We used some bits from the AMT Charger RT kit that came out a couple years ago. We put the Chuck from Chuck's Hobby Spot, coined them the cones. So this is the Madonna truck because it's got the cones. Excuse me. So we had fun with this. Now this year, Kim Sundegard had the distinct pleasure to pick this year's kit, right? And I don't have the box anymore. I threw it out. But it was the Revell 68 Dart. And a very, very nice kit, to say the least. So we've got that ready to show you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up kind of like, you can see I've already got the setup going. Got the photo booth lit up, got the camera stand set up there, got the turntable in there. I know I never do this. Usually I hold the model up on here, right? Like this. But I think I'd rather let you guys get a really good look at this year's USACC build. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys what I did. So give me just a minute. All right, and I'm back. That was a split second for you guys and like 10 minutes for me. So now I'm not really used to this kind of setup, so you'll have to forgive me if this part of the video is kind of hokey, but it is what it is. So let's turn this on, right? And without further ado, there it is. The Revell 68 Dodge Dart. This was the kit that Kim picked. This model kit this build is one of my favorites. It's a really nice kit anyway. It goes together really, really well. But I had a lot of fun with this particular one. So as you can see, we stripped all the chrome off of it. We painted it with the TS9 British Green. It was kind of funny. So the story behind this model is I started this build using a different color, and I painted the body of the other car. I had two kits. I painted one, and Heather was like, "You seriously can't do that because that color looks like baby poop." I was like, "Oh no, really?" She's like, "It's awful. It's hideous." I was like, "Oh." So she kind of convinced me that it was. So I laid out some colors in front of Heather, and she actually picked this color. So, and I think this color lends itself really well to the white interior. So some of the things we used on this build, let's see here, I can take the hood off maybe. There we go. So we used the Iceman Elephant new Hemi engine. Had to cut a couple of things here or there to get it to fit, but we got it in there good. These little silver plates actually block off the holes that are for the shocks to come through, because we seriously lowered this car as well. Hold this over here. So, oh, look at that. That's weird. I gotta paint that. Anyway, so we used, this is the engine, part of the kit exhaust. We just made some dumps for it at the rear axle. This is, I've got to really thank Matthew at MCV Products, because this is his 9-inch rear end with the springs and the traction bars on there. These are his wheels and tires. So we used a lot of MCV stuff on this one. We also used one of his shifters. These are his seats. That is the kit roll bar. What else? So I added a tack. I had to build a little platform for it to sit on the dash so it would clear the windshield. But man, this thing has been manhandling it. I gotta wipe it down. But anyways, so hood back on there. Maybe. There we go. Got the main Mopar plate. Used the factory decal in the back, the bumblebee stripe, the factory GTS decals for the emblems. Parts box Hemi, new Hemi decal, because I wanted the because it's a new Hemi, right? So again, stripped all the chrome off of everything. Really had a lot of fun with this build. This build is, like I said, it's dirty right now, but it's one of my favorite builds from last year. and I'm very happy with it. Now, there in lies the funny part of this whole video and this whole build for this year. I really had my heart set on building this dart. I was going to use that color, the baby poop color, and build this the same, pretty much the same way, same wheels, same stance. Again, we really chopped up the suspension to get this to sit as low as it does. We really wanted to tuck those big MCV product wheels, right? So as much as I love this, I just couldn't get that other color out of my brain. So I built two. This is the color that Heather said, absolutely do not use that color. And I think it's a lot lighter in person. It very much looks like baby poop brown right now, but in person, it's a lot lighter in color. But seeing as where I went with the Pro Touring style for the first dart, I wanted to go old school with this one. Now this dart is loosely inspired. I don't know if you guys ever read Hot Rod Magazine back in the day, but the then editor of Hot Rod Magazine, David Freiberger, he did an article. This hood is all messed up. I gotta get that to sit better. What is up with that? Why is it not sitting right? Oh well. Anyway, we'll do that. He did an article called "The Cheap Thrills Dodge Dart." I think the article debuted in April of like 1984 or 5. He actually has a YouTube channel now, so if you don't know that, you should go check it out. I can actually link it in the description of this video. If you're into history and cool hot rod stuff and muscle cars and all that, you got to watch it. It's a legit good channel to watch. Anyways, so this dart is loosely inspired by that one. Now, I wanted it to have a certain look, right? So this is mostly out of the box. My very good friend Jason Klein 3D printed me these wheels and tires, specifically with the deep dish offset and the hubcaps, because that's the look I wanted. I was going for a cheap car, but also a sleeper, something that would just absolutely beat the snot out of everything on the street. This one we used the kit supplied Hemi, but I did use a Concord pre-wired distributor, and I used those are MCV product Holley double pumper carburetors. So we put those on there. We got rid of the kind of crappy ones that come with the kit. The interior has a let's see if I can show you guys. That right there is a VCG Resins pistol grip shifter, and I love how it's like pulled back into second gear with the boot the way it is. That's a really cool look. An MCV product steering, no, that's a factory steering wheel. I'm sorry, the other one has an MCV product steering wheel. I scratch built this Lakewood triangular style bolt-in roll bar. Those were like back in the early 70s, that was very popular. Another scratch built exhaust, MCV product traction bars, and I did run a battery cable like it would be run in the trunk on this one. I didn't really do that on the other one. I probably should have, but I didn't. We left the kit chrome the way it was on this. This is your color right here. TS3 dark yellow, not baby poop brown, which is fun. But this one's got the New Hampshire Hemi plate on it. I did use, again, MCV product hood pins on this one. I think I used them on both. Let me look. It's funny to say, yes, I did. So those are MCV product hood pins too. It's funny to say these have been done for a while. I've actually been sitting on these builds for like a month and a half. So yeah, trying to remember everything is kind of tough. But anyways, so that and that are my USACC builds for this year. I want to say thank you to Lucas E. and Mark Batson for hosting this build every year. I want to say thank you to Kim for picking an amazing kit. I had a blast with it, with them. I had a blast with them. And I already can't wait for next year to see what happens. Again, I love this build, and I hope it continues for years to come. And I also can't wait to see you guys' videos. I really can't. That's going to be something else. I'm going to be sitting here all day just watching USACC reveal videos. I just know it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please check out everything linked in the description of this video. They will appreciate it just as much as I will. Check out the David Freiberger channel. Like I said, if you're into long-form YouTube videos, that's a good channel to watch. He does a lot of history of drag racing in Southern California and hot rodding, and he does a lot of hands-on stuff. It's definitely one of the top 3 YouTube channels, in my opinion. So go check it out. And I guess I'll talk to you this week. All right, guys. Thanks.